Q8192-1. When selecting a welding rod, one of the most important factors to consider is to ensure that A. Ferrous rods are used on aluminum. B. The proper AMS number is used. C. Non-ferrous rods are used on steel. The correct answer is B. When selecting a welding rod, one of the most important factors to consider is to ensure that the proper AMS number is used. AMS, Aerospace Material Specification, numbers are industry standards that specify the type and composition of materials used in aerospace applications. These numbers provide specific guidelines for selecting welding rods that are compatible with the base metal being welded. Using the correct AMS number ensures that the welding rod has the appropriate alloy composition and mechanical properties to create a strong and reliable weld joint. It is crucial to follow the recommended AMS number to ensure compatibility and achieve the desired welding results. Q8193. The oxyacetylene flame used for aluminum welding should A. Be neutral and soft. B. Be slightly oxidizing. C. Contain an excess of acetylene and leave the tip at a relatively low speed. The correct answer is A. The oxyacetylene flame used for aluminum welding should be neutral and soft. Aluminum is a reactive metal that is sensitive to oxidation, so it is important to use a flame that does not introduce excessive oxygen. A neutral flame has a balanced ratio of oxygen and acetylene, which minimizes the likelihood of oxidizing the aluminum surface. Additionally, a soft flame helps to distribute the heat evenly and prevents overheating of the metal. It allows for better control of the welding process and helps achieve satisfactory weld penetration and fusion. Q8194. A very thin and pointed tip on a soldering copper is undesirable because it will A. Transfer too much heat to the work. B. Have a tendency to overheat and become brittle. C. Cool too rapidly. The correct answer is C. A thin, pointed tip on a soldering copper is generally considered undesirable because it cools down quickly and does not effectively transfer enough heat into the metal being soldered. When soldering, the heat from the soldering iron is used to melt the solder and create a strong bond between the components. Q8195. Filing or grinding a weld bead is considered to be A. An acceptable means to achieve a smoother surface. B. A way to bring about strength reduction in joint. C. Frequently necessary to avoid adding excessive weight to a weld joint. The correct answer is B. Welds should not be filed or ground to achieve a smooth appearance because doing so can compromise the strength of the joint. When welding, filler material is added to create a bond between the base metals and form a strong connection. Filing or grinding the weld removes this added filler material, which reduces the overall strength of the joint. Q8196. Acetylene at a line pressure above 15 psi is A. Dangerously unstable. B. Used when a reducing flame is necessary. C. Usually necessary when welding metal over 3/B inch thick. The correct answer is A. Acetylene at a line pressure above 15 psi is dangerously unstable. Acetylene is a highly flammable gas that can become unstable and potentially explosive at pressures above its recommended limit. The maximum safe operating pressure for acetylene is generally set at 15 psi, pounds per square inch. Beyond this pressure, the acetylene gas can become sensitive to shock, heat, or friction, increasing the risk of a dangerous reaction or explosion. It is crucial to follow the recommended guidelines and ensure that acetylene is used and stored at the appropriate pressures to maintain safety.